What is going on, guys? Johnny from Frizzy's Finds here. We sold a wiener. Yeah, that's right. We sold a giant wiener. That is because, guys, weird sells. We sold a couple weird, unique kind of items this week as we kind of get ourselves out of eBay jail, right? If you watched our last video, you saw that we were in eBay jail for 30 days. We are out. I wouldn't say we are thriving yet, but things are definitely better. I want to see how these next 30 days go, and then we're going to do a follow-up and talk a little bit more about just how things pick up once they take you out of jail. So stay tuned for that, coming soon. But yeah, we sold a wiener, this plushed wiener. We got this at a Goodwill in Indianapolis, visiting Frizzy's family last year for Christmas. I very rarely pick up plush or plushies, whatever you guys call it. I very rarely pick them up. There are some that have a lot of value, but most of them aren't. But this guy had a sold comp of like $90 a year ago. So when I saw him, I was like, have to get it. He ended up selling for 20 bucks. I'm not sure it was an offer that came through. I'm not sure. There must have just been somebody who really, really wanted this. And then the market kind of leveled itself out. So Wiener Man is going out for $20. Another odd thing that sold for us this week is this magnetic tracking, hurricane tracking chart. It is from 1967. It is metal, and it has the east coast of the US on it. And I guess you use this to track hurricanes from home. I don't know. Found this at our local Goodwill for $4. Took an offer for $45. It is big. It is metal. I don't know how the heck I'm going to ship it. So stay tuned to see. I'm going to have to Frankenbox it. I'm thinking like a bubble wrap, and then I don't know. So we'll figure it out. Stay tuned, but it sold pretty cool. Little shipping update. The first thing we're going to do is use a small bubble wrap just to give it an initial layer. The goal is to get it into this box. Adding a layer of big bubble wrap. I'm going to go into the box like this. And the little reseller hack, eBay tape in general is terrible. It's awful. Don't use it. You know what I love eBay tape? To hide imperfections. Yes, I use eBay tape as makeup on our Franken boxes. All right, there you have it. How'd I do? Third unique thing that sold this week that Frizz found at the bins was this Raquel Welch wig. Brand new in box, still has all the paper and the card that goes with it. This sold for like $100. So if you're at the bins, you're at the thrift store, wherever it is, and you see some new wigs, look them up. Wigs might be a bolo. Thank you to everybody who watched our eBay jail video and our aggressive bins lady video. For us, they performed really, really well, and we picked up a lot of new subscribers. Again, for us, all in context, but we appreciate you guys so much. Those of you who have been here from the beginning and those of you who just joined, hopefully we'll have some exciting stuff coming out soon. We'll be able to kind of teach and interact. This is a side hustle hobby for us, really. Frizz is a full-time reseller. I'm part-time. I have a 9 to 5, if you would. Other than that, but we just do these videos for fun, and it's really for our own entertainment. It keeps us in check a little bit too, right? If we have to have a video come out, we've got to have some content, so we got to make sure that we're working it and keeping at it. What did it look like getting out of eBay jail? I'll tell you, weight came off of our shoulders, but on the 20th of every month, eBay reviews your status, but it tells you ahead of time if you were evaluated today, your status would be such, right? So we knew that above status was coming. We knew we were going to be released on our own recognizance. But we didn't know when, right? We just knew on the 20th. So we woke up on the morning of the 20th, went to our eBay app and noticed that we were still in jail, right? So we're just sitting there like, when do we get out? When do we get out? And honestly, it wasn't until like the evening time where it finally allowed us to start promoting listings. We had almost 300 listings, so we immediately just started promoting, and we promote at 6%. We talked about this in our last video, but it really just aligns with what we're paying in fees to Poshmark anyways. So it is what it is. We would much rather have our buyers get the discount than eBay, but we'd much rather have the sales, right? So we immediately started promoting. We ran a shoe sale for like 50% off a majority of our shoes and sneakers, things like that. Anything that would just appease the eBay gods to allow us to come back. I pulled today's December 1st, so happy December, but I pulled our monthly numbers and we were down like $1,600 in gross or net sales compared to the month before. So it was bad. Thankfully, Frizz pushed out the whatnots. Poshmark did well. So our monthly numbers a little low, but in line with what we typically do. So thankfully, but it was rough. Best advice if you end up in eBay jail, though, is to keep doing what you do. Post. Don't get discouraged. Keep posting. Keep responding to offers. Send offers. Do all of the good eBay soldiery things just to show them that you're still in it. It's hard not to get discouraged because eBay's a lot of work. I don't know about you guys, but eBay is a ton of work. Just reselling in general, it's fun, but it's also a ton of work, right? So we just stuck with it, and we're coming out strong. So best advice to you, if you wind up in the shackles, just keep posting. Right, packing up 11 orders. Not sure if I said this before, but we had 11 orders since like Wednesday evening, 9 on eBay, 2 on Poshmark. Just not a ton, like $350, but we're coming out of it. Like I had mentioned before, we're getting out of eBay jail, which eBay's brutal, right? We talked about it. I had mentioned about how it's a lot of hard work, but eBay kind of controls you a little bit, and they decide what gets pushed out and what doesn't get pushed out and stuff like that. We have been promoting like crazy, like I said, but even our impressions and things like that are still down quite a bit. Because we do mostly clothing, our fourth quarter doesn't really change much. We see a lot of new with tag stuff start to move out during the fourth quarter, but other than that, clothes stay pretty consistent. Obviously, the type of clothes that we're selling changes. You start to sell more sweaters and things like that. But, I mean, also we sold a pair of sandals. So someone's going on vacation or lives in Florida. We'll see. But it's just, I don't know, fourth quarter. Drop in the comments. Let me know. Does fourth quarter really change a lot for you? This is our second Q4, if you would, selling on eBay and selling on Poshmark. We don't see a huge difference. Obviously, being held captive didn't help our first month's numbers and probably most of our second month's numbers. But anyway, drop in the comments. Let me know. Is fourth quarter all that it's cracked out to be? Going to pack up the orders. Everything that we ship out, well, not everything, but mostly everything will go into a poly bag. We sell very little in the breakable category, so something like this plush goes into a poly bag. You guys know that this is going to be extremely staticky. Oh, that one wasn't. But this goes into a poly bag, and then we'll go into another poly bag like this. And that's how we ship like our plush. That's how we ship our clothes, things like that. And then we also ship out sandals. Hello. Sandals. These will most likely, well, these ones don't really break. They don't have a heel to them. Anything with a heel will go into a box. A lot of times these will just go into a padded flat rate. When we are outsourcing, or Frizz is outsourcing, we look for brands, number one, right? Brand is most important. We're going to pick up, an Eileen Fisher or a Lululemon before we ever touch a Time and True or, a Walmart brand or something like that from a reselling standpoint. But there are certain, Walmart, Target brands that can resell well depending on the item, and there's some higher end stuff that may be out of style, things like that. But number one thing that we're looking for is brand. Number two then is going to be style or material, and one of the most popular materials is cashmere. If you find cashmere, at least look at it, look at comps. But one of the things that you want to make sure of is that you don't have moth holes and things like that. Cashmere and wool, things like that, can have a lot of holes. So make sure if you do find it, especially in the bins or in the thrift store, that you're looking and making sure that it doesn't have holes in it. A lot of times we do a quick look in a store, get home, Frizz goes to post it and it's like, oh, there's holes in the armpits or something like that. But cashmere, always a good idea. Another perfect example, and again, not trying to get into a what sold video. Old Navy, we're not picking up Old Navy, if ever. This is a Grace Karen. We are not picking up Grace Karen either, but at the bins, new with tags, Q4, new with tag clothing sells. Quick video wanted to share with you, and again, thank everybody for watching and subscribing. A couple exciting things, or one exciting thing that we have coming up. We live in North Carolina. Frizzy's family lives in Indianapolis. So in, I think, 2 weeks, we are heading up to Indianapolis, and we are going to get our bins on. We're going the week before Christmas because flights were cheaper, but we have already told Frizzy's family that Frizzy's got some finding to do. So there are 3 Goodwill bins in the greater Indianapolis area. Hopefully we'll be able to get to all 3 of them. We'll see. We'll see what the fam allows, but also just going to get our thrift on Indianapolis style. So if you guys are in the Indy area or the Indianapolis areas, let us know in the comments, aside from Goodwills, are there any thrifting that we need to do that you know about, or if you've even just been to Indianapolis and have done thrifting there, let us know in the comments some Hoosier recommendations. Appreciate the recommendations, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys again soon.